Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Grand River Raceway for this Friday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. And note in race number 1, number 9, Sportjet Ray, a bridle change. Blinkers to blind bridle. Blinkers to blind bridle. The second race has no changes. No changes in race number 2. And race number 3, note that number 5, Wilson Wall, bridle change, blind bridle to can't see back, blind to can't see back. Note the number 9, Frontier Cruise, the driver should read Scott Coulter. Scott Coulter on the 9 in the third. In race number 4, number 4 most wanted, Lindy, has a missing chart line, and that is from the 9th of January at Mohawk. And note, finished second, beaten ahead in 2 minutes and 1/5. Second, beaten ahead in 2 minutes, 1/5. Races 5 through 9 have no changes. No changes, races 5 through 9. And race number 10, we have a change. Number 8, Sunshine and Shade. Bridle change. Blind to blinkers. Blind to blinkers. And a shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Steel to aluminum shoes up front. Those are all the changes that we have at this moment. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Race 1, note that number 9, Sportjet Ray, an equipment change, blinkers to blind. And the second race will go as programmed.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anywhere, anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and use your smartphone, tablet, or PC to watch and wager when you can't be at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Get rewards, race alerts, tips, and more. For a limited time, get $100 when you become a member. Plus, 1 month free live race streaming, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
And fans, just to note, of course, we wish you were here, but you can follow us on Facebook at Grand River Raceway or subscribe to our newsletter for the latest updates on what's happening this season. Note that's Facebook, Grand River Raceway. Also, fans, note the Grand Betting Contest is now online. It's free to play every Monday and Friday race night. And to follow us and join the game, you can follow at Facebook at Grand River Raceway. And also note www. Who needs to say that? GrandRiverRaceway.com. Also note we have Survivor Wednesdays as well. So that's every Wednesday race night, the free online competition at GrandRiverRaceway.com. And also note, Food Truck Tuesdays, that is June 16th through September the 1st. Grab and go from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. every Tuesday night in the Grand River Raceway parking lot. Also, fans, don't forget about the exotics in races 1 through 8. It's the Pick 3. The Pick 3 is in races 1 through 8. And the Win 4 offered in races 3 and 7. And The high five, well, that is in races 6 through 10. 15 minutes to our first dash. Giddy up. The field for race 1 on parade. 1, Rosella. Bruce Richardson drives and trains and owns. And number 2 is Relativity. Colin Kelly for Lacey McCabe and Glenview Livestock Limited and Cheryl Cherry. Number 3 is Vintage Smile. Austin Sorry for Scott McNiven and Kimberly McNiven and Thomas Broadhurst and Brad McNiven. And number 4 is Bad Vendetta. Travis Henry for Ricky Montgomery and JJ Stable. And number 5 is Money Makes Her Smile. Brett McDonald for Richard Morrow. Number 6, Mostly Dally. Paul McKenzie for Andy Marish and Lisa DeRoche and Craig Parrott and the estate of Dan Murphy. Number 7 is new writer Anthony Hunt from Egg Crone and Hunt Racing. And number 8 is Brookie Baby, Alfie Carroll for Dean Wall and Waldheim Stable. And number 9 is Sport Jet Ray, Kyle Forgy for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. Equipment change on the 9. Blinkers to Blind Bridle. Field of 9. Race number 1. Going to post just a few minutes away. Well, let's look at the field. We'll start with 1, Rosella. Well, it's got a start now since the layoff, and look at that. Post 7 was way back. 21 and a half lengths back at the opening quarter, and yet finished beaten a length and a quarter. Now that 27 and 3 second panel picking it up to get back into the hunt after a very tardy opening quarter, leaving from an outside post. But now that Rosella gets down to the inside, that was a very strong performance. And Rosella, this sports writer mare on the inside, should be tough and is listed at even money. Number 5, Money Makes Her Smile. Does show 55 and 4 speed in the middle of February, racing at Mohawk, and took a mark at 55 and 3 last year at Riddle Carlton. Does have a couple of wins this year and does have a start since the layoff and raced from off the pace to close up nicely and be beaten 3 lengths in 159 and 2. And also was one that was well off the pace early, but a 27 and 1 second panel, moving for Money Makes Her Smile. And Money Makes Her Smile is 4 to 1 on the board. Number 2, Relativity. Look at that last year. 15 top 2 finishes out of 24 starts. Hasn't had a start since the middle of December. Qualified at Hanover May the 30th, but just 202 and 4. Relativity does race for a strong barn. Lacey McCabe's Relativity and Colin Kelly is 6 to 1. And number 9, Sport Jet Ray. Blinkers to Blind Bridle. The equipment change. 8-time winner last year, but Sport Jet Ray didn't have a win in 8 tries this year. Was good the last start before the layoff, middle of March, but the first one back here, June the 5th, outside post, just never really got in the hunt. Sport Jet Ray is 8 to 1. Field of 9, race number 1, going to post in a couple of minutes. The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. And with positions, Rosella, Relativity, and Vintage Smile on the inside in the center. Bad Vendetta, Money Makes Her Smile to the outside, mostly Dally New Writer and Bucky Baby. And the second tier, Sport Jet Ray. It's a field of 9. First of 10 dashes on this Friday evening under perfectly blue skies. Here they come. And the field for the first race is at the start of the drive. Relativity, Bad Vendetta. Long to the inside is Rosella, then Relativity and Money Makes Her Smile. But as they charge into the first turn, Relativity's trying to clear to the front. Relativity leads a length and a quarter now, clears the lead in front of Rosella in racing position third. Bad Vendetta, Vintage Smile has come away. Position fourth, and then it is Money Makes Her Smile, a new writer. And back to mostly Dally and Bookie Baby. And then it is Sport Jet Ray trailing the field. They race on to the opening quarter. Rosella, the 3-5 favorite now, has grabbed the front. 27-4 is the opening quarter. Relativity now is up tight in the pocket. Bad Vendetta is third. New Rider is moving on the outside, coming quickly and surging on the outside as well as Money Makes Her Smiles. The field comes off the turn. Then it is Vintage Smile along on the inside as they race their way towards the half. Then the trailing three, mostly Dally, Bookie, Baby, and Sport Jet Ray. Off that 27-4 opening quarter, they roll on past the half, 57-4, 30 seconds, second panel breather. And on the lead is Rosella. Rosella, and in the pocket is Relativity. On into the backstretch they go, and then racing positioned on the outside third, New Rider. Fourth of the inside is Bad Vendetta. Money Makes Her Smile is rolling fifth, and sixth is mostly Dally. And Vintage Smile is seventh. They hustle on to three quarters. Rosella leads a length in three quarters now. Relativity second. Three wide, Money Makes Her Smile is taken third. Mostly Dally fourth, and New Rider now is dropping back, and then Vintage Smile and Bad Vendetta three quarters, 126, and Rosella continues on. Rosella by 2 1/4. Relativity on down the stretch drive they come. Rosella still moving nicely as they come on to the finish. Rosella, Money Makes Her Smile. Rosella will win. Money Makes Her Smile was second up the inside. To pick up third was mostly Dally, and Relativity fourth. 156-1. Mutual prices race 1 Rosella 320 240 210. 5 Money Makes Her Smile 390 250. 6 Mostly Dally 510. $2 exact rate $90 try 28 $20 super 7010. The first race order of finish from the top 146 823 579. That's 146 823 579. The field for race number 2 is on parade. 1, Jessica's Legacy, Bruce Richardson for Paul Taylor and Robert Hamather. Number 2, Control Machine, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Richard Borgo. And number 3 is Hamac Sabrina, Brett McDonough for Patrick Bissett and Don Scholdice. Number 4 is Tater Tots, Paul McKenzie for Sue McKenzie. And number 5 is Topsail Beach, Scott Culver, Ken Oliver, and Milton Young. Number 6, Oh See My Lucky Bow, Jason Ride for Jack Harris. And number 7 is Windsong Olympia, Austin Sorry for Corey Johnson, Michelle Latart. Field of 7, race number 2. Let's look at this field, and we'll start with number 2, Gaudreau Machine. Well, 5 out of 11 in the win column this year. And off the layoff here last week, was able to lead a long way, just got caught deep in the mile. Finished a third, beaten a length. Back in the same class and looking for a little redemption, was the favorite there. In fact, was an odds-on favorite in each of the last 4 starts. Gaudreau Machine racing out of the strong barn to Frederick Borgo. Also, once again, gets post 2 and likely to make the front again. Is benefited by the fact that the other ones in this race, the most likely challengers, have drawn more poorly. So Gaudreau Machine is getting a lot of action, 1-5, racing out of the power barn at Frederick Borgo. Number 5, Topsail Beach, did win just 2 races ago. Look at this year, 7 out of 11 in the top 2. Now, last time out had post 7 and still was racing strongly at the finish to be beaten just a length and 3/4. Now gets a little better post position. Should be the main threat to Gaudreau Machine and his 5-2 as the second choice. Number 7, Windsong Olympia, pace setter in each of the last 3, but post 7. And Gaudreau Machine well to her inside. Probably makes that unlikely. Windsong Olympia, though, is a proven one. 3 wins this year in 11 starts, and Windsong Olympia 11-1. Tough post assignment. Number 3, Hamac Sabrina, well, has been solid in 4 of the last 5 races. All top 3s in 4 of the last 5, including that one here last time out. And did beat Gaudreau Machine, finishing second, beaten half a length in 59-2, so a pretty strong measuring stick. Hamac Sabrina offers a little value at 14-1. The second race, a field of 7, going to post shortly. The starting gate is rolling for race number 2. And taking up positions, Jessica's Legacy, Good Row Machine, and Hamac Sabrina on the inside, with Tater Tots and Topsail Beach in the center. And to the outside, Oh See My Lucky Bow and Win Song Olympia. The field for the second race, a field of 7 gathering speed approaching the start. And the field for the second race is at the start of the drive. Hamac Sabrina bolting out with Oh See My Lucky Bow. Then Jessica's Legacy and Good Row Machine. But it is Oh See My Lucky Bow is able to sprint out and grab the lead and take it for Jason Ryan racing second. Jessica's Legacy, Good Row Machine is third. Hamac Sabrina fourth. And then back to Tater Tots as they race on to the opening quarter. Topsail Beach, Windsong Olympia trailing the field. Oh See My Lucky Bow has the lead right now by 2 at the opening quarter, with Jessica's Legacy second, Good Row Machine third, 27-2 the opening quarter. Hamac Sabrina, he is fourth, and then Tater Tots and Topsail Beach and Windsong Olympia, and they work around the turn. Oh See My Lucky Bow and Jason Ryan at 30-1 has the front as they race off the turn. Jessica's Legacy is racing second. In the pocket, or rather on the inside third, Good Row Machine. Hamac Sabrina is positioned fourth and now is moving on the outside and is going to have cover. Good Row Machine took out from third. Hamac Sabrina fourth to the outside. 58-1 is the halftime. Now Hamac Sabrina is on the outside. Along to the inside, Tater Tots as the field works their way on down the backstretch. Then back to Topsail Beach and Windsong Olympia on down the backstretch for Oh See My Lucky Bow. Oh See My Lucky Bow. Good Row Machine now is rowing quickly. Good Row Machine has come on and taken over the front and leads it by a length. On the inside, Oh See My Lucky Bow tries to fight back. And racing position third, Hamac Sabrina. Then Jessica's Legacy and Topsail Beach. Windsong Olympia from the backfield is closing ground. And then Tater Tots, it is Good Row Machine leading it. Good Row Machine, Hamac Sabrina. Topsail Beach and Top Flight now. Good Row Machine and Topsail Beach. As the field turns for home, and Hamac Sabrina third. 3/4 was 128 to come on down the stretch by. Topsail Beach is going to come out on top over Good Row Machine. And then Jessica's Legacy third. Hamac Sabrina fourth, 158-2. There is the unofficial winner of the second race, number 5, Topsail Beach, a 4-year-old Shadow Play Bay Mare, owned by Milton Young, trained by Ken Oliver. Scott Coulter, the winning driver. It's the 10th win lifetime of the 4th this year. Topsail Beach, 158-2. The second race payouts 5 Topsail Beach, 740, 290, 260. Two Good Row Machine, 230, 271. Jessica's Legacy, $3. $2 exactor, $17.20. $1 try is $22.80. $1 super, $58.90. And the $2 double is $11.40. Here is the second race order of finish from the top. 3245176. That's 3245176. Field 4, race number 3 is on parade. 1 is Mr. Cheeseman, Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Donald Douglas. Number 2 is Ozzie Young, Paul McKenzie for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. And number 3 is Cranky's Boy, Austin Sorry for Stephen Roberts and Rick Edwards. Number 4, Gentry Sealster, Frank McDonough for Wayne McKean and Capers 3 stable. And number 5, Wilson Wall, Alfie Carroll for Dean Wall and Keith Wilson. Number 6, Let's Get Pickled, Mike Vanderkamp for Diana Secord. Number 7, Loaded Deck, Jean-Francois Gagne, drives and trains and partners with Russell Branham. Number 8 is Goaty d'Orleans, Tyler Moore for Gary McDonald and Alan Kepfer. And number 9, Frontier Cruise, Scott Coulter for Kevin McMaster in the stable. Field of 9, race number 3, going to post shortly. Let's take a gander at this field for the third. We'll start with 2 Ozzie Young, 3 consecutive wins, 6 starts this year, 5 wins and a second beaten just ahead in a trip that he came first up, so he's been just outstanding. And he moved up to this class last time out here, and that was a week ago, and even left from the trailer post and had to circle 3 wide at 3/4, and yet still had enough left to win by 2.5. Ozzie Young was just really sharp, and Paul McKenzie driving 2-1 is the price in Ozzie Young to continue the winning ways. Number 4, Gentry Sealster, one that raced at Georgian Downs and raced very effectively, 57-3. Gentry Sealster did work 3 wide at 3/4. Gentry Sealster is one that makes a second start of the year. Took a mark of 53-4 last year at Mohawk and should be a player for a share, 8-1. Number 9, Frontier Cruise, is 2-1 on the board. Scotty Coulter driving and tried it on the front last time out, parked early and then made the lead and finished a solid third in 56-4 in the race that Ozzie Young won. Now has the trailer post and is one that might be able to follow out some inside speed. Mr. Cheeseman from post 1 does show leaving, and Frontier Cruise and Scotty Coulter looking for a second win of the evening at a 7-5. And number 5, Wilson Wall, equipment change, blind bridle to Can't See Back, a winner at London 2 races ago, March the 16th, but then the layoff, and did have a start here just a week ago, but 15 lengths back at the quarter. Now did close very nicely, beaten 4.5 and 56-4. You look at the season's record, 8 out of 10 in the top 3, and was good last year also in limited action, 4 wins and 8 starts. So Wilson Wall is one that can be a player for at least a share somewhere on the ticket, and he's 11-1. Fans love number 2, Ozzie Young, with those 5 wins and 6 starts this year, and Frontier Cruise is second on the board at 5-2. Gate is rolling for race number 3. Mr. Cheeseman and Ozzie Young and Cranky's Boy on the inside. In the center, it'll be Gentry, Silter, and Wilson Wall to the outside. Let's Get Pickled, Loaded Deck, and Goaty D'Orleans. And the second tier, Frontier Cruise. Field for the third, in the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're at the start of the rough. Ozzie Young sprints out strongly. Gentry, Silter, Wilson Wall, Mr. Cheeseman, and Cranky's Boy. But it is Ozzie Young dueling to grab the lead. Mr. Cheeseman on the inside. Ozzie Young takes over Mr. Cheeseman in the pocket. And racing position third is Frontier Cruise. Then fourth is Cranky's Boy. Gentry, Silter, Wilson Wall, Goaty D'Orleans to the outside. Let's Get Pickled. And Loaded Deck is trailing the field. Ozzie Young's got the lead as they race on to the opening quarter. Mr. Cheeseman in the pocket. Then Frontier Cruise has two to pass to get up front. Then Cranky's Boy is racing fourth. Gentry, Silter, and Wilson Wall. Goaty D'Orleans trailing pair. Let's Get Pickled and Loaded Deck 27-4 the opening quarter. Ozzie Young and Paul McKenzie leads it. Ozzie Young as the field comes off the turn. Mr. Cheeseman in the pocket. And Frontier Cruise on the inside third. 3 1/4 from the lead. Now here comes Gentry, Silter moving to the outside. And the halftime was 58-3. And Cranky's Boy is racing position fifth. Wilson Wall to the outside is sixth. Racing seventh is Goaty D'Orleans. And then it is back further to Let's Get Pickled. And Loaded Deck on down the back stretch for Ozzie Young. On the outside now. Flying up on the outside. Gentry, Silter has come on to within about 3/4 the length of the lead. Now half a length from the front. They race on to 3/4. Mr. Cheeseman is racing third. Let's Get Pickled now to the outside. Is 3 wide and is moving quickly fourth now. Then on the inside, as the field is about to turn for home, racing fifth is Frontier Cruise. And the field turns on down the stretch drive off that 3/4 126-4. And now Gentry, Silter has come on to grab the lead from Ozzie Young. Ozzie Young fighting on the inside. Gentry, Silter. Here comes Let's Get Pickled. Let's Get Pickled on the outside. Let's Get Pickled and a dilly of a closure. Then second was Gentry, Silter. And third is between Ozzie Young on the inside and to the outside Mr. Cheeseman. 156-4. There's a look at the unofficial winner of race number 3. Number 6, Let's Get Pickled. 4-year-old Articulator Bay Horse, owned by Diana Secord, trained by Mike Vanderkamp, who's also the winning driver. Second win this year, 8th lifetime, Let's Get Pickled. 156-4. the mutual prices for race number 3. Number 6, Let's Get Pickled. 74.10, 25.80, and 11.90. For a Gentry Silster, $8, $4, and 2 Aussie Young, $2.20. $2 Exactor, $486.80. Dollar Try, $436.60. Dollar Super, $1,619.30. The third race, order of finish from the top, 436-271-895. That's 436-271-895. Field 4, race number 4 is on parade. 1, Air Glider Austin Sorry for Patrick Shepard and Triple S Equine. And number 2 is Riddle Me Miss. Brad McDonough for Patrick Bissett and Larry Beck and Don Schuldeis. Number 3, Excuse Me Please, Jason Ryan for Corey Fuller and Alex McNabb. Number 4 is Most Wanted Lindy, Anthony Hunt for Scott West. And number 6, Spicy Victor, Scott Coulter, Steve Coulter. Number 7, Stonebridge Hall, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Francois Morin. Number 8, Lucky Johanna, Wayne McLean for Jocelyn Menard and Beverly Rice. And 5 is I'm the Man, Colin Kelly for Leslie Joyce. It's a field of 8 for the 4th race, going to post in just a few minutes. Looking at this field, we'll start with 7 Stonebridge Hall, who won back-to-back races before the layoff in the middle of March. And then that last one, March the 15th, finished with broken equipment at Rito Carlton. Stonebridge Hall was a pretty consistent guy last year. In fact, look at 20 out of 27 in the top 3. Stonebridge Hall, tough post assignment, 5-1, but races out of the powerful barn of Frederick Borgo's. You get 5-1. Number 6, Spicy Victor and Scott Coulter, proven winner. 61 wins lifetime, 3 out of 6 already this year. Spicy Victor was scratched that sick the last start at the end of February, but you do see 3 wins in 5 starts before the layoff. Spicy Victor and Scott Coulter has not raced since the end of February, though. 8-5, the favorite. Number 5, I'm the Man, was going consistently well. Week in and week out, has excellent gate speed. I'm the Man had 5 starts this year, 5 top 3 finishes. I'm the Man and Colin Kelly last racing March the 18th, and I'm the Man is 9-2. And number 4, Most Wanted Lindy, missing line from June the 9th and a qualifier, second beaten half a length in 2 minutes and 4. This will be the sixth start rather of the year, pari-mutuel start. Most Wanted Lindy was off form, but maybe that qualifier will get him going. He's a veteran with getting close to the $250,000 mark, but didn't get a lot done last year in 34 starts, just 1 win. Most Wanted Lindy, 5-2, getting action off that good qualifier. Gate is rolling for race number 4. Checking up positions. It'll be Air Glider on the inside with Riddle Me Miss. In the center, excuse me please, Most Wanted Lindy and I'm the Man. On the outside, Spicy Victor, Stonebridge Hall, Lucky Johanna. The field for the 4th race into the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. Off stride early is Air Glider. And I'm the Man and Most Wanted Lindy hustle out strongly to the outside. Stonebridge Hall, Lucky Johanna, not so lucky, broke stride. Spicy Victor is racing 4th. Riddle Me Miss is 5th away. On into the backstretch they go. Then it is back to Excuse Me Please and Lucky Johanna. But on down the backstretch, I'm the Man. Charging Stonebridge Hall. Stonebridge Hall from post 7, trying to clear to the front and leads it by a length and a quarter. And Stonebridge Hall now is going to come on and get the lead. I'm the Man is racing 2nd. Most Wanted Lindy 3rd. Spicy Victor is racing 4th in front of Riddle Me Miss. 28-4 the opening quarter. And then a gap of 3 or 4 in front of the 6th one. Excuse Me Please. And the field comes off the turn. And Stonebridge Hall leads right now as they race on towards us. I'm the Man is rolling position 2nd. Most Wanted Lindy and Spicy Victor and Riddle Me Miss. Now a break from Most Wanted Lindy. Lucky Johanna broke stride. And way back, further back as the field works their way off the turn and comes on towards us. Air Glider after that break right at the start. And on into the backstretch off of 59-4 halftime. And with the lead, Stonebridge Hall. Stonebridge Hall leads by a length and a half. Stonebridge Hall racing 2nd is I'm the Man. And then Spicy Victor to the outside now is 2 off the lead and closing ground. Stonebridge Hall, Spicy Victor now is taken over 2nd. I'm the Man is racing position 3rd. And Riddle Me Miss on the outside 4th, 5th to the inside. Most Wanted Lindy 3.5 from the lead. 3/4, 1:30-2. Stonebridge Hall. Spicy Victor chipping away and getting threateningly close now. And to the inside 3rd is I'm the Man. And then it is Riddle Me Miss and Most Wanted Lindy. The field turns for home. Stonebridge Hall as they come on down the stretch drive. Stonebridge Hall, Spicy Victor. Stonebridge Hall digging in. Spicy Victor closing. But Stonebridge Hall turns back. Spicy Victor to win it by a length and a quarter. Then finishing 3rd, Most Wanted Lindy. And 4th was between I'm the Man and Riddle Me Miss. 201-2. There is a look at the winner of the 4th race, number 7, Stonebridge Hall. A 7-year-old Stonebridge Lord, Bay Gelding, owned by Francois Morin. Frederick Bourgo is the trainer. Travis Henry, the winning driver. And there is Stonebridge Hall in front of us. 7-year-old Stonebridge Lord, Bay Gelding, owned by Francois Morin. Frederick Bourgo is the trainer. And Travis Henry, the winning driver. 20th win lifetime, 3rd this year. Stonebridge Hall, 201-2. The fourth race payouts, number 7 Stonebridge Hall, $630, 460, 340. 6 Spicy Victor for $83, and 4 Most Wanted Lindy, $320. $2 exactor, $28.90. Try, $82.80. Superfecta, $181.05. Here is the fourth race. Order of finish from the top, 857-342-16. That's 857-342-16. The field for race number 5 is on parade. One problem child, Mark Hansel, drives and trains and partners with William Brown and Graham Hopkins. Number 2, I'll be watching you, Scott Gulliver, Anthony Beaton, and Wayne McCrae, Bloomingwood Farms, and Gilles Barrio. Number 3 is Lunar Lodge, Colin Kelly for Matt Dupuy and Joan Castle. And number 4, Grey Cup, Jean-Francois Gagné for Peter Van Segelen and Carl Warner and Taperon Holdings. Number 5, Brookdale Ollie, Paul McKenzie for Real Bourgeois, Doug Poley. And number 6 is Barney Google, Drew Neal for Michelle Rivain, Gary Silifant. Number 7, Salzburg Kaysen, Steve Charlton driving for LaRock Racing Stable and Salzburg Stables. Eight is delayed in the paddock. 9 is Blake's Chip Anthony Hunt for Meg Crone and Hutt Racing. Note that 8 Cleto's bet will be Tyler Moore for Paul Cameron at Harness Horsepower. Field of 9, race number 5. And looking at this field for the 5th race, number 2, I'll be watching you, is the one that we're looking at first. Now, 7 starts without a win, but 4 top 3s, and the last start was post 7, middle of March at Flamborough, and yet managed to finish 3rd, and that's after being parked to pass the half, leaving from an outside post. I'll be watching you. Nice back half. I'll be watching you. Now gets an inside post, and is one to keep a close eye on. Is the favorite, Even Money. Number 9, Blake's Chip. Dominant win, 5 lengths all the way on top, March the 18th at London. Last start, though, Blake's Chip, will see if he can come right back at that level against the second tier, though. So needs to find some speed to follow out. Blake's Chip and Anthony Hahn, 5-1. Number 4, Grey Cup. Well, hasn't raced since 2018, but you do see one that qualified in the middle of March this year, just before the layoff. 57-2 back half in that qualifier, a mile of 57-3 at Mohawk, but a strong back half. Maybe Grey Cup is ready to kick off the return to action here with a strong one. Grey Cup is 7-1. And one more that we should take a look at is, Colin Kelly and number 3, Lunar Launch. And Lunar Launch did score a second-place finish this year at Flamborough back in February and had some good starts. Finished 4th and 5th, close 5th, beaten 3. That was after going to the front from post 8, so Lunar Launch was really effective in that one, launching right up from post 8, paying for it a little bit in the late going. Lunar Launch's start here June the 5th, though, didn't get a lot done. We'll see if Lunar Launch is a little tighter now because it had been off from March 14th to June 5th. Lunar Launch second start off the layoff and is 18-1. 5th race, a field of 9, going to post shortly. Field 4, race number 5 is at the start, and they're off, and quickest away is Grey Cup. Grey Cup kicks off the 5th race, grabbing the early lead. From the outside, Salzburg Kaysen. Along to the inside of the field, works around the turn is Lunar Launch. Lunar Launch is racing position 3rd. Now Salzburg Kaysen is 4th. On down the backstretch they go. Problem Child is rolling 5th in front of Blake's Chip. Then it is Barney Google and I'll Be Watching You. And Cleto's Bet trails the field. Brookdale Ollie leading as they race on to the opening quarter. In front by 2 1/4. Grey Cup is 2nd. And to the inside 3rd, Lunar Launch. Salzburg Kaysen is 4:29 seconds. The opening panel. And Problem Child is racing 5th in front of Blake's Chip. Then it is back to Barney Google and I'll Be Watching You. And last as they work around the turn is Cleto's Bet. And the field comes off that turn, heading towards the half off the 29-second opening quarter. Brookdale Ollie leads by 2.5 lengths right now. Grey Cup is racing 2nd, and Lunar Launch is 3rd. Blake's Chip now comes first over. Salzburg Kaysen, Problem Child, half was 59-1. On the outside 7th, I'll Be Watching You. On into the backstretch, Barney Google 2nd from last, and then Cleto's Bet is trailing the field. On down the stretch by Brookdale Ollie leads by 4. Grey Cup 2nd. They hustle on to 3/4. On the outside, Blake's Chip is 3rd, and Lunar Launch is racing 4. I'll Be Watching You now closes some ground, taking over 5th, but still about 8 off the lead. 3/4 in 1:28, and Salzburg Kaysen is racing 6th. They roll towards the top of the stretch. Brookdale Ollie still with the lead. Brookdale Ollie as the field is about to turn for home. Grey Cup and on the outside, I'll Be Watching You is bearing down now as they come on down the stretch ride, but Brookdale Ollie is still strong. Brookdale Ollie on the outside, I'll Be Watching You. Brookdale Ollie is going to win, and then it's between I'll Be Watching You and Grey Cup and 4th Blake's Chip, 158-3. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 5. It's number 5, Brookdale Ollie, 3-year-old Shadow Play, Bay Colts, owned by Doug Pooley and trained by Rail Bourgeois. Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. It is the first win for Brookdale Ollie, 158-3. The mutual prices for race number 5. 5 Brookdale Ollie, 1480, 610, 380. 2 I'll Be Watching You, 260, 284. Grey Cup, 340. $2 exactor, 36.50. Dollar Try, 64.60. Dollar Superfecta, 371.65. The 5th race, order of finish from the top, 925 318 674. That's 925 318 674. the sixth race on Parade 1. You Can't Have It. Jason Ryan for Ron Waples Jr., Dr. Sheila Atmore. Number 2 is Lady Katarina. Alfie Carroll for Alan Fair and Elizabeth Fair. Number 3 is Ketchkana. Tullamore for Jacques Dupont. And number 4 is Chambra Golden. Paul McKenzie for John Ryer and Randy Ryer. Number 5 is Will Massey. Kelly Shepard for Sea of Green and Carolyn Mayrow. Number 6, Domino Dio. J.R. Plant for Terry Gillette and Alan Kepfer. And number 7 is Ocean View Deb. Scott Culliver, Gary McDonald, Robert Smallwood, and Cyril Harvey. Number 8 is Cash. Brent McDonough for Jared Bothwell. At 9 is King for Life. Bruce Richardson for Peter Irwin and Joe Coffey. Field of 9, race number 6. Looking at this field, we'll start with Lady Katarina. Classy mare that had a nice 7-year-old campaign last year, earning around about $1,700 a start. Lady Katarina has gate speed and a favorable post. Now, last week went to the front, but after having been off since the middle of March, did tail off in the late going. But Lady Katarina, now the second start back, just might be a better value play, and also isn't being back quite as strongly. 5-1 was 5-2 last week. Lady Katarina is in the same class. Second start off the layoff, 5-1. Number 3, Ketchkana. Well, wasn't able to catch much luck last time out, but the previous starts at Pompano back in March were good. Maybe second start off the layup. Big earner last year, almost $59,000. Ketchkana is 7-2. And number 4, Chambra Golden. Well, raced here last week in a solid third. A race to build on, or at least have another shot at the top 3 here. Chambra Golden does show facing tougher company last year and taking a mark of 55 at Mohawk. Chambra Golden is 7-2. Paul McKenzie looking to score in back-to-back races. And number 7, Ocean View Deb, beaten just 3/4 last time out, just a week ago. And Ocean View Deb, tougher post assignment, though. Had post 2 for that one. Ocean View Deb towards the outside, 7-1. Sixth race will go to post shortly. Starting gate is rolling for race number 6. You Can't Have It, Lady Katarina, Catch Canada to the inside. At the center, it's Charbra Golden, Wilma C. On the outside, Dominum Dio, Ocean View Deb, and Cash in the second tier, King for Life. It's a field of 9 for the 6th race. They're in the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. Lady Katarina has broken stride at the start. Catch Canna and Chambro Golden. Dominum Dio to the outside. You Can't Have It along to the inside as the field works their way around the turn. Early lead goes to Catch Canna. And on the outside, driving Chambro Golden. Chambro Golden trying to clear to the front of her Catch Canna. Dominum Dio racing on the outside third. You Can't Have It is racing fourth. And then it is King for Life on the inside. Lady Katarina recovered after an early break and is racing sixth. And then it is back to Wilma C. Ocean View Deb and Cash and Dominum Dio now is cleared to the front. Chambra Golden now is racing second. Catch Canna third. 28-1's the opening quarter. And now moving out, Chambro Golden's looking to reclaim the lead. Chambro Golden on the outside is going to reclaim the front. And Dominum Dio will be racing the pocket. Catch Canada's on the inside third. Off the turn they come off that 28-1 opening quarter. They head up towards the half. And now on the outside, Lady Katarina has recovered for a share of third. You Can't Have It is fifth to the inside. Wilma C is racing sixth. Then it is back to King for Life and Ocean View Deb and Cash. 58-2 the halftime. And it is Paul McKenzie and Chambro Golden, who's Golden right now, leading by a length and 3/4. Dominum Dio is racing second. Lady Katarina third. And then fourth is Catch Canna. And Wilma C fifth. You Can't Have It is racing sixth. Then seventh is Ocean View Deb. Then it is a King for Life and Cash, and they hustle on to 3/4. Chambro Golden. Lady Katarina now is taken second. Dominum Dio is third, and Catch Canna is racing fourth, and then fifth is Wilma C from the backfield. Cash now flying, but late, 128-2 for 3/4. But Chambro Golden towards the top of the stretch with Lady Katarina in pursuit. Chambro Golden in front by about 6 or more. Social distancing at the finish, and Lady Katarina is going to finish second. Then it was Catch Canna and Cash, and You Can't Have It. 2 minutes, 1/5. Fans, the inquiry sign up pertaining to the early break in stride of number 2, Lady Katarina, before the start, pertaining to 9, King for Life, and whether King for Life received a fair start. Judges reviewing the break of number 2, Lady Katarina. Fans note the judges reviewing the start, ruling that number 2 Lady Katarina did follow all the braking regulations and all horses receiving a fair start as well. The sixth race payouts, number 4 Chambra Golden for $80, 342.70. 2 Lady Katarina for $10, $3. 3 Catch Canna pays $3.20. The $2 exactor is $16. Dollar Try $24.45. Dollar Win for $3,001.40. Dollar High Five $1,543.20. is the sixth race over a finish from the top. 623-157-849. That's 623-157-849. Field 4, race number 7 is on parade. 1 is Wakataka, Travis Henry from Martin Lachance. Number 2, Joe Rockhead, Daryl Thiessen for Carmen Cielo and Bedrock Stables. Number 3 is Mark Jacobs, J.R. Plot for Tess Waxman. And number 4, Just a Bandit, Brett McDonough for Doug Clark and Carmen Crysdale and Owen Wilson. Number 5 is Frowny's Miracle, Colin Kelly for Kyle Bossens and William Brown. Number 6, Colima, Jason Ryan for Greg McNair and Bloomingwood Farms. Number 7, Raise You 20, Anthony Hunt for Meg Crone and Hutt Racing. 8 is Cataparca, Paul McKenzie for Todd Clements and Chris Nickel. And number 9 is Finty Silster, Scott Culver, Lyle Greenwich. Field of 9, race number 7. And we will take a quick look at this field, and we'll start with number 6, Colima, who raced very well here from the trailer post June the 5th. finishing second. And second to Bet on a Dream. And Bet on a Dream not back in this class. And Colima might be able to pounce and score a win. Second start of the year. Works for a high percentage, or at least long-time proven trainer Greg McNair. What's to 251 this year, but he certainly is a very highly regarded, respected trainer. Colima and Jason Ryan is 5-1. Number 1, Walk It, Talk It, one that hasn't raced since the end of September. Did have a couple of qualifiers, one May the 28th and then one June 4th. Now made a break in the first one, but the second one qualifying in 56-4 with a 27-3 final quarter. Walk It, Talk It should be considered a factor for a share. Walk It, Talk It 7-2. And others to look at in here. Number 8, Cataparca, tough post assignment, but dominated on top at Flamborough. March the 14th, went to the front from post 6 and won by 5 1/4. So a little tougher post, but nonetheless, Cataparca certainly did look very sharp in that one. Post 8, though, 7-5, getting a lot of action set up by Todd Clements. And number 4, Just a Bandit, had been racing at Mohawk before the layoff, and is one that shows certainly enough speed. Shows a 54 2 second, March the 5th. Just a Bandit at 5-1 just might be a bit of a steal here. Just a Bandit could be a decent value at 5-1. Should be in the hunt for a share. 7th race. It's the start of the late wind for it. Going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Walk It, Talk It, Joe Rockhead and Muck Jacobs on the inside. Just a Bennett, Froundy's Miracle on the inside. To the outside, Colima, Raise You 20 in Cataparca. And the second tier, Finty Sealster. the field for race number 7. Gathering speed approaching the start. And they're off, and Cataparca leaves from the outside. Down to the inside is Joe Roque. Also getting out well is Muck Jacobs as they work into the turn, as well as Frowdy's Miracle. Early lead goes to Joe Roque. Frowdy's Miracle is second. Cataparca on the outside of Park third. Mock Jacobs is fourth in front of Wakatucket and Just a Bandit. And then it is back further to Kalima and Finn T. Silster and Raise You 20 trailing the field. Frowdy's Miracle is able to clear the lead. Joe Roque had second, 27-3 the opening quarter. And Cataparca is third and is currently about 4 off the lead and did find a seat on the inside, then a gap of 3. Mott Jacobs is fourth and Wakatucket fifth, and Just a Bandit, and back Jacobs in racing sixth is Just a Bandit. And then it is back further to Kalima and way back Finn T. Silster and Raise You 20 on down the back stretch off that 57-2 halftime. Frowdy's Miracle. Cataparca is getting threateningly close, only a nose off the lead, and Wakatucket is third, and then fourth is Mock Jacobs, and Joe Rockhead is fifth. Frowdy's Miracle, though, continues on. Frowdy's Miracle now has reclaimed the lead of about a neck. On the outside, Cataparca hasn't thrown in the towel and is digging again. Wakatucket and Mock Jacobs, and 3/4 as they race towards the top of the stretch. We'll give you the 3/4 time later. The field turns for home. It is Frowdy's Miracle. Out wide, here comes Mock Jacobs. Frowdy's Miracle, Mock Jacobs. Frowdy's Miracle has dug in strongly to the finish. Frowdy's Miracle's going to win. Wakatucket was second. Then it was Just a Bandit over Mock Jacobs, 158 flat. There's a look at the winner of race number 7. It is number 5, Frowdy's Miracle. Frowdy's Miracle, 3-year-old Warwheat Needy Bay Gelding. Owned by William Brown, trained by Kyle Bossens and Colin Kelly, the winning driver. It's the first win for Frowdy's Miracle, 158 flat. The 7th race mutual prices, number 5, Frowdy's Miracle, 28.40, 770, and 460. 1 Wakatucket, 270, 254. Just a Bandit, 320. $2 exact or $49.50. Dollar try, 133, $10 super effective, 1293.75. Here is your seventh race over a finish from the top in program order. 294-315-768. That's 294-315-768. Field for race number 8 on parade. One tuned up Mark Hetzel for Robert Newton and Shantan. Number 2 is Master Craftsman Anthony Hunt for Desiree Jones. And number 3 is Wheelin' Willie, Wayne Henry for Fred Brayford. And number 4 is 10-4 Wigon, Nick Stewart for Vic Putty and Wayne McRae and Hammock Farms. And number 5, Candid Critic, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. Number 6, Nobly Stu Hurrah, Denny Guriel, Drives and Trains, and the owner is Estrie Incorporated. Number 7 is Hope for Angels, Brent McDonough for Daniel Martin and Jean Picard. Number 8 is Covert Source, Dag Henriksen for Andrea Lee Racing Stables. 9 is Stonebridge Sydney, Eddie Green for Celeste Hill. Field of 9, race number 8. Let's get a look at this field for the 8th race. We'll start with number 3, Wheelin' Willie. And Wheelin' Willie is Well, it's had a couple of starts racing this March at Pompano Park, and now comes north. And Wheelin' Willie does show a pretty solid second, although got placed back to fourth in that one. But nonetheless, Wheelin' Willie has some gate speed, and races for Wayne Henry, a proven trot man. Wheelin' Willie is on the board at 4-1. Number 6, Nobody's Do Hurrah, is one that qualified twice. Qualified on June the 1st at Mohawk. Went to the front from post 7 and led a long way, finishing a very competitive third in 2 minutes and 4. Nobody's Do Hurrah and Denny Gurriel, 6-5 off that very solid qualifier. And number 1, Tuned Up in Mark Etzel, had 5 starts as a 2-year-old. Did make the board in one of them, but qualified June the 4th for the season's debut. And the qualifier just 2-1-4, but did put in a nice middle half of 57-3. Tuned Up, if she is ready to go a full mile at the kind of speed that she has, should be a big factor. 7-5 as the favorite. And number 9, Stonebridge Sydney, well, made breaks in 2 of 3 starts. Well, a qualifier and that debut March the 12th. So we'll see if Stonebridge Sydney can stay flat. Does show some nice flashes of speed. A 59-2 middle half at Pompano Park. That was after the early break. Stonebridge Sydney and Eddie Green, 22-1. 8th race, a field of 9 trotters to go to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 8, taking up positions, a full field of trotters. Tuned Up and Master Craftsman on the inside with Wheelin' Willie. In the center, 10-4, we got and Candid Critic to the outside. Nobody's Do Hurrah, Hope for Angels and Covert Source. And the second tier, Stonebridge Sydney. An early break from Stonebridge Sydney. Field has reached the top of the stretch. Here they come. And now off stride is Master Craftsman. And a break from Candid Critic. And they're at the start of the round, tuned up on the inside. Wheelin' Willie. Nobody's do hurrah. And the field works their way on into the turn. And rolling forth is 10-4 we gone. Then it is Hope for Angels as they work into the backstretch. And then Covert Source is racing 6th. And Candid Critic is 7th. They race on to the opening quarter. Tuned Up has the lead, but on the outside, Nobody's do hurrah wants to try to drive on as those two are dueling to the opening quarter. But Tuned Up on the inside's got the advantage, and Nobody's do hurrah is going to take back and try to find the pocket. But scooting through to the inside is Wheelin' Willie. 29-2 is the opening quarter. And now Nobody's do hurrah finds a seat on the inside second, squeezing in front of Wheelin' Willie. Those three have a bit of separation. 10-4 we gone is racing position 4th right now. And Hope for Angels is 5th. Tuned Up in Mark Hetzel leads right now a length and 3/4 over Nobody's do hurrah. And now Nobody's do hurrah is up tight in the pocket. Wheelin' Willie is 3rd. 10-4 we gone is 4th. Half was 1 minute and 1/5, and they race their way to the 5/8. And it is Tuned Up and Mark Hetzel leading. Nobody's do hurrah is racing 2nd in the pocket. And Wheelin' Willie is 3rd. On down the backstretch they go. Master racing position to 4th right now as they work on down the backstretch. And now moving up on the outside is Hope for Angels as they hustle on towards the 3/4 mile marker. And it is Tuned Up, and now to the outside, there goes Wheelin' Willie. Wheelin' Willie has come on now. Wheelin' Willie has been able to come on and grab the lead. 3/4, 1:32-4. Nobody's do hurrah is 2nd. Tuned Up is racing 3rd, then a cap of 4. And Hope for Angels. Wheelin' Willie now make it tested by Nobody's do hurrah. They come on down the stretch drive. Nobody's do hurrah. And on the inside, Wheelin' Willie. Those two are dueling to the finish, but on the outside, Nobody's do hurrah going to drive on by and win it by about 2.5. Wheelin' Willie was 2nd. Tuned Up 3rd. And Covert Source was 4th. 2:02 and 2:50 inquiry sign up pertaining to the breaks in stride. There is a look at the unofficial winner of race 8, number 6, Nobody's do hurrah. 3-year-old Muscle Mass Brown filly, owned by Estuary Incorporated. Denny Gurriel, the trainer, and the winning driver. First win for Nobody's do hurrah, 2:02 and 2. Fans note the judges reviewing the start and ruling that number 9, Stonebridge Sydney, did not receive a fair start and will be refunded. Refund 9. Judges ruling that 2, Master Craftsman, was inside the fair start pole at the start. Refund 9, Stonebridge Sydney. Eighth race payouts. Number 6, Nobody's Du Hurrah, 720. 410, 220. 3, Wheelin' Willie, 330, 220. 1, Tuned Up, 210. $2 exactor, $30. Dollar Try, 2205. Dollar Superfecta, 316.50. Eighth race, order of finish from the top, 392-761-548. That's 392-761-548. The field for the ninth race on parade. One is Invitation to Dream, Scott Culver, Jake Conklin, and James Smith. Number 2 is Key Topic, Anthony Hunt for Gary Kingshot and Cassandra Watson. And number 3 is Wooden Pie, Colin Keller for Kyle Boston's and Phil McGuire. Number 4 is Bank Shot, Hanover Nick Stewart for Vic Putty. And number 5 is Open Water, Travis Henry for Sylvain Fontaine and Marie Soleil Fontaine. Number 6, Good Hanover, Tallamore for Alan Farron, Kerry House, and Kimberly Inglis. And number 7 is EA's Ideal, Brent McDonough for Jen Rankin. And Brenda Rankin and Brendan Giroux. 8 is Fred's Night, Jason Ryan for Dolores Basilone, Joshua Tennis and Louis Fernandez, and Cardulius Pumpton, or Teresa Cardulius. 9 is Ferrari Fever, J.R. Plot drives and trains and owns. Field of 9, race number 9. Let's look at this field, and we will start with 3, Puddin' Pie, and Puddin' Pie was able to go all the way on top last time out. 2 wins in 4 starts this year. That last race was just a week ago, and it was in this class. Post 1 gets another favorable post, so a good try to repeat. Races for the high percentage barn of Kyle Boston's Puddin' Pie is one that better not desert your attention. 3-5 is the heavy favorite. Number 9, Ferrari Fever, was second, beaten just a length to Puddin' Pie last time out. Now gets the trailer post, so might be able to keep a close watch on Puddin' Pie, leaving out Ferrari Fever and J.R. Plot. 9-2 on the board. Number 1, Invitation to Dream, is one that raced here last week, and from off the pace was able to come on and finish third. Now gets an inside post and should be a player for a share. Is 5-1. And number 4, Bankshot Hanover, had one start here last week. That was post 8. Bankshot Hanover, now the second start off the layoff with a much better post position, has back class and should be able to be much better. 7-1 is the price. The fans have made number 3, Puddin' Pie, 4-5 on the board. The starting gate is moving into position for the 9th. Invitation to Dream, Key Topic, and Puddin' Pie on the inside. In the center, Bankshot Hanover and Open Water. On the outside, Good Hanover, EA's Ideal, and Fred's Night. And the second tier, Ferrari Fever. The field for the 9th race is approaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. And they're gathering speed. The field for the ninth race is at the start. Puddin' Pie will get out with Bankshot Hanover, Gouda Hanover, and Invitation to Dream on the inside. Field works on around the turn. Ferrari Fever now sprints on through and is able to take over third. Key Topic is racing fourth. Then fifth now into the backstretch they go is Bankshot Hanover. Open Waters racing sixth, and Gouda Hanover is seventh. Trailing pair EA's Ideal and Fred's Night. Puddin' Pie, the 2 to 5 favorites, got the lead. Invitation to Dream filling the pocket. Bankshot Hanover third is 3 off the lead, and Key Topic is racing fourth. They race their way on past that opening quarter. 30 seconds was the opening panel, and it is Puddin' Pie with the front. Invitation to Dream is second, and then racing on the inside, and racing third is Ferrari Fever in front of Key Topic. Now Bankshot Hanover swings to the outside as the field comes off the turn, and Gouda Hanover moves out as well. The trailing three now are Open Water, EA's Ideal, and Fred's Night. Puddin' Pie with the lead. On past the half they go. Puddin' Pie 101 and 4. Now to the outside, Bankshot Hanover looking to put Puddin' Pie to the test. They race into the backstretch, and on the inside third, that is Invitation to Dream in front of Ferrari Fever, and fifth Gouda Hanover. On down the backstretch they go. Bankshot Hanover is able to come on and take a very slim lead, but on the inside, Puddin' Pie, and Puddin' Pie now has reclaimed the front. Puddin' Pie leads it by about a length and 3/4. Bankshot Hanover is rolling second, and now coming quickly, Ferrari Fever is revving up hard and is out there 3 wide. It is Puddin' Pie, Ferrari Fever, Bankshot Hanover, and Invitation to Dream off 3/4, 130 and 2, and Ferrari Fever challenging Puddin' Pie as they come on down the stretch by. Ferrari Fever on the outside. Ferrari Fever and Puddin' Pie. Ferrari Fever is able to come out on top. Puddin' Pie was second, Invitation to Dream third, and Bankshot Hanover fourth, 159 and 4. There is a look at the unofficial winner of race number 9. 9 Ferrari Fever, 5-year-old Mach 3 bay gelding. Owned, trained, and driven to victory by J.R. Plum. 10th win for Ferrari Fever, 159 and 4. Ninth race mutual payouts. 9 Ferrari Fever, 1030, 390, 280. 3 Puddin' Pie, 230, 210. 1 Invitation to Dream, 310. $2 exactor, $19. Dollar try, $23.60 super, $71.25. The ninth race order of finish from the top is at 372-458-961. That's 372-458-961. The field for race number 10 is on the track for the post parade. 1 to Jennifer's Credit, J.R. Platt for Sean Arnott. And number 2 is Bet the Limit, Brad McDonough for Jacques DuPont. Number 3 is Press Time, Paul McKenzie for Al Bourgeois, Doug Poley, and Gordon and Joanne McComb. Number 4 is Disney Man, Anthony Hahn for Anthony Beaton and Wayne McCrae and Bloomingwood Farms. 5 is Storm Chaser, Colin Kelly for Jim Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. Number 6, Sunshine Lou, Alfie Carroll for Daniel Martin. And 7, Twin Bee Watch Me, Travis Henry for Nikki Comegna and Bruna Comegna. 8 is Sunshine and Shade. Mario Verja drives and trains for the stable. And 9, Dover Silster, Nick Boyd for James Dean and Brighton Farms, and Tyler Durst and Eric Schwint. It's a field of 9 for the 10th dash. Looking at this field, we'll start with number 4, Disney Man. Now, Disney Man is one that, well, you definitely wouldn't be goofy if you thought this guy has a big chance to win, because Disney Man had 3 wins in just 10 starts last year, and this will be the second start back off of a long layoff. Battled hard first up last race and still was only beaten a length and 3/4, and put in a pretty nice middle half, 58 and 2 middle half. Disney Man is one that at 5 to 1 should give Anthony Hahn a chance to win. Number 5, Storm Chaser, is also one that was strong in the middle half. And look at this here, 5 out of 9 in the top 2. Now just tailed off in the final quarter, but second start off the layoff. Storm Chaser for the barn of Jim Wellwood. Storm Chaser and Colin Kelly is a contender at 6 to 1. Number 9, Dover Sealster, 5 to 1 on the board. And Dover Sealster won last week from the trailer post in this class and paid at a nice 21 to 1. Well, you're not going to get 21 to 1, I don't think. But Dover Sealster certainly proved that he can handle the trailer post. Battled nicely and was able to win by a length and a half. Looking for a back-to-back win column for Dover Sealster, 5 to 1. At number 8, Sunshine and Shade. Well, fired to the front from post 2, led to the top of the stretch, but then, Sunshine and Shade, the sun stopped shining on his chances at the top of the stretch and dropped out to finish 7th, beaten 3.5. Tough post assignment here. Equipment change, blind throttle to blinkers, and shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes on the front. Mario driving and training Sunshine and Shade, 7 to 2 on the board. The field for race number 10, taking up positions. To Jennifer's credit, bet the limit and press time on the inside of the center. Disneyman, Storm Chaser to the outside, Sunshine Lou. Twin B, Watch Me, and Sunshine and Shade. And the second tier, Dover Sealster. It's a field of 9 for the 10th race. Here they come. Field for the 10th race approaching the start. And they're off. Press time, Disneyman to Jennifer's credit. Twin B, Watch Me to the outside and bet the limit along to the inside. But press time presses on the lead. Disneyman is racing second to Jennifer's credit. Is on the inside racing third. Then it is Twin B, Watch Me and back to bet the limit and Dover Sealster. Then Storm Chaser and Sunshine Lou. And Sunshine and Shade is trailing the field. They race on to the opening quarter. Press time. Paul McKenzie with the prime. They work past the opening quarter in 28-2. Disneyman is second. To Jennifer's credit is racing third. Twin B, Watch Me is on the inside fourth, and now Dover Sealter is quickly coming on the outside first up fifth. Bet the limit is 6. Sunshine and Shade is on the outside racing seventh, and then it is back to Storm Chaser and Sunshine Lou, and they come up towards the half. Press time's got the lead. But pressing the issue, Dover Sealster at the half. Disneyman is racing third. 59-1 is the halftime. To Jennifer's credit is racing fourth. Sunshine and Shade on the outside, about 7 or 8 off the lead. Twin B, Watch Me on the inside. Then it is back to Bet the Limit. And then we've got Storm Chaser and Sunshine Lou is trailing, and it is Press Time who continues on. Press Time leads by a length and 3/4 as they march on toward 3/4. Dover Sealster second, trying to color Press Time. On the inside third, Disneyman, and to Jennifer's credit is racing fourth. 3/4, 127-2, 28-1. Third panel is Press Time, leads by 3. It is Press Time as they turn for home. Disneyman is second to Jennifer's credit third. And then fourth is Dover Sealter, but Press Time is cruising at the finish and is going to win it and take it by about 3. Then Disneyman. And then we had to Jennifer's credit and Dover Sealter and Storm Chaser. 157-1 Press Time. There is a look at the winner of race number 10. It's number 3 Press Time, 3-year-old sports writer Bay Colt, owned by Doug Poley and Gordon and Joanne McComb. Raul Bourgeois, the trainer, Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. Press Time's first win, 157-1. Also, fans note it is the driving hat trick on the evening for Paul McKenzie, scoring in the 10th with 3 Press Time. 3-year-old sports writer Bay Colt. Raul Bourgeois training Paul McKenzie, 3 on the evening. Did I count wrong?
No, you got it.
Or maybe he was just giving me the finger. Here are the mutual prices for the 10th. 3 press time, $15.80, $8.20, and $3.90. For Disneyman, $6.90 and $4.40. 1 to Jennifer's Credit, $3.90. $2 exactor, $70.40. $1 Tribe, $125.45. Double, $72.30. The dollar pick 3, $170.10. The dollar win 4, $2,039. Dollar high 5, $1,942.95. Here is the 10th race, order of finish from the top. It's at 361-259-784. That's 361-259-784.